Hello everybody, today we will discuss the clouded side of Japan that the media is stowing away from the world. Japan is known for its advanced technology, low crime rates, and incredible culture. It's the third largest economy in the world, with famous companies that are recognized globally. It's an optimal country in numerous ways, yet assuming you look nearer, there's one more a lot hazier side to life in Japan that the vast majority have hardly any familiarity with. Japan has millions of people who have failed to succeed in society and they ended up completely isolated from it. These individuals are known as the Lost Age, and they make up very nearly 15% of the populace. Their sad story is a symbol of Japan's fall from grace and a sign of its disturbing future. During the 1980s, Japan was viewed as the following financial superpower that planned to supplant the US and totally assume control over the worldwide economy. This resulted in serious anxiety about Japan in the US, with articles talking about an economic Pearl Harbor and how Japan was going to buy the entire United States. The Japanese miracle was possible due to a unique economic system based on cooperation between gigantic corporate cartels and the Japanese government. These cartels, called kiretsu, were basically alliances of the biggest Japanese corporations owning shares in each other and working together to back each other up. The biggest kiretsu were given unfair support from the government in the form of enormous loans distributed by the state-owned National Bank of Japan. But by 1991, Japan's growth went into overdrive and turned into a speculative mania. The bubble popped, and cracks in the Japanese system quickly began to show. Corruption was widespread in Japanese businesses and governments, and the practically unlimited supply of loans created hundreds of zombie companies. After the economic bubble burst, many companies in Japan froze their hiring, leaving a generation of people who graduated in the 1990s without job prospects. A large number of individuals got lost in the noise of the framework and were left to use whatever might remain of their lives in transitory, part-time, low-paid positions. This period became known as the Employment Ice Age, and people who graduated during the time are known as the Lost Generation. They usually live with and often with their parents. They were never economically secure enough to start families of their own, and they never had proper jobs and careers. Around 15% of the populace, just about 17 million individuals, are viewed as a feature of the Lost Age. The tragic fate negatively affects the entire Japanese society and casts a dark shadow over Japan's future. There is a whole age of individuals, now in their 30s and 40s, who are absent from the gig market altogether. They are the people who usually spend the most on their families, housing, taking mortgages, buying cars, and keeping the economic engine going. But in Japan, there is no one to do that now. The lost generation in Japan has created a damaging social issue known as hikikomori, where men voluntarily isolate themselves and cut off all social contacts. The first hikikomori were members of the lost generation who couldn't meet societal expectations of getting a job, climbing the career ladder, starting a family, and providing for themselves. Today, the phenomenon has spread to younger generations who find the job market too competitive and stressful. There are almost 1 million hikikomori men in Japan, and the peculiarity is a developing issue that influences the whole society. The public authority knows about the adverse consequences it has on the economy and society and has declared plans to help the lost age and the hikikomori reintegrate into society, yet progress has been slow. The Japanese economy is struggling, and its rigid work culture is a major contributing factor. Long hours, strict hierarchy, and lifelong employment make it difficult for employees to take breaks or get a second chance. This leads to millions of people being stuck in the system, and more young people giving up on their dreams. The lost generation and the hikikomori phenomenon are just the tips of the iceberg of Japan's problems. The country is dealing with what's been called super aging Japan, with the highest percentage of elderly people in the world. It's aging more rapidly than any other country, partly also because of the millions of children that the lost generation never had. By 2050, the proportion among seniors and individuals of working age will be 1 to 1.3, actually intending that there will be nearly as many individuals north of 65 as individuals somewhere in the range of 15 and 64. In any country in the world, the elderly are dependent on the taxes paid by the people in what's called productive age. But in Japan, this will be at some point simply no longer sustainable. the country needs a new approach to tackling its problems. It requirements to change its work culture, giving more open positions to more youthful ages, and making a security net for the people who escape everyone's notice. Japan has a clouded side that the world has close to zero familiarity with. It's a country with advanced technology, zero crime, and a healthy population, but there's another much darker side to the life in Japan. The lost generation and the hikikomori phenomenon are just the symptoms of the country's deeper problems. It requirements to change its work culture, giving more open possibilities to the more youthful ages, and making a security net for the individuals who get lost in the noise. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it informative, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this.